Hello everybody, Thomas here, Free Range Art Farm. So today we're going to do our follow-up check on the Purple Hive. Today is April 14th, 2020. I think it was 5 days ago we moved a brood frame from the Yellow Hive over to the Purple Hive. So we're going to look and see what these girls have done with that frame. I'm looking to see if there's any emergency queen cells or supersedure cells, to see if they're building as if there is no queen. And if there isn't a cell in there, then we're going to do a really thorough look to see if we can find the queen, to see what's going on in the hive. It's about 60 degrees, there's no wind, we have a little bit of sun, so this is our window to get into this hive. So I'm going to break into it and we'll see what we can find. So let's get a little smoke up here. Move them down some. Alright, they're moving. So this first frame had nothing on it before. I don't expect anything on it now.
Ooh,
a couple of bees. Oh, there's a little bit of comb starting to draw out. That
is good.
is encouraging.
Yep.
Now this was one of the pre-drawn frames that we already had in here. Alright, they've got, looks like a lot more pollen in here now. So that's good. Not a lot of pollen, but they're working in there. I don't know if you can see in here. There's pollen. I think that's pollen anyway.
Looks like it.
Okay, I'm going to take out another frame. Put this one back in here. Still not a lot of activity going on. Got some bee butts inside of things, but actually it's not bee butts, it's their heads in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, why are there butts in there?
As I can see the little bee butts.
Yeah, because it should be, if anyone's got their butt in something, it should be just the queen.
Yeah. So I see more activity in here now than we had before. I see honey stores. Lots of good honey stores here. So they've started doing more. I don't see our queen.
I'm surprised they haven't moved out the dead bees at the bottom.
Oh yeah, a couple dead bees down there. That's interesting. Move this over. Take a look at this frame. This, I believe, is the one. I think this is the one we put in. Yes, this is the one we put in that had eggs. So we've got lots of capped brood, which is good.
No supercells yet?
No supercells. They capped the brood. We've got honey. I don't remember how much was capped on this frame, but this is all, I feel like it's all fairly new, and I see larva in there, but again, no supersedure cells or emergency queen cells.
Which is a good sign.
It's a good sign. I don't see our queen, and if there were going to be supersedure cells, it would have been on one side or the other of this frame, I would expect.
Did you look at the other?
So the other side
Is nothing.
has nothing. We've got honey stores, we've got lots of larvae. Nothing capped on this side. Ooh, I think I see eggs. Okay, I see a couple of eggs down in here. So that would mean there's a queen in here, I would expect, because those eggs should have been laid in the past 2 or 3 days. All right, well, This frame, as I said, this was the one we took from the yellow hive. Alright, so this frame was the one that I looked at, and I thought I saw larvae at some point. I see a lot of honey stores. I don't see a queen anywhere. Almost nothing over here. This hive is just confusing to me. Now they're actually pretty loud.
Yeah.
Which I read that when they're loud, that usually means they don't have a queen. But okay, so there's very little going on this frame here. And then I think these two are probably nothing going on. Nothing going on. I think I'm going to take this one and move it to this outside so we can have these more in the middle. So let's move this back.
Wasp?
I don't know.
Huh.
Where?
Well, if it was, it just went inside this hive. So.
Okay.
We'll find out.
Okay, let's go back to this frame where I thought I saw eggs. I still do not see a queen anywhere. Maybe, no, this one's got her face in the wrong way, so she's not a queen.
Maybe she's dyslexic.
You know what I do see? I see eggs in here, but I see multiple eggs in some of these cells.
And that's a no-no.
So I feel like what we have is a laying worker, which is a bit of a problem.
Which means we need to get a queen.
Yeah, because I see an egg on top of pollen.
Ooh.
Here. See eggs in there. I see... Okay, let me see if you can get the camera in. Kind of right in... Shoot, girls. Okay, see inside of these frames right where my pinky is? Shoot, girls. Okay. I don't know if it's going to focus on that or not. But, okay, so... I don't know if we can see that or not, but I am seeing a lot of eggs. Multiple eggs being laid. So, I think we have ourselves a laying drone.
Worker,
sorry, not a drone. She's laying drones. So, we're going to put this one away, because I think we've seen what we need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I saw today, the frame that we moved over was capped and it had honey and it looked really great, but the next frame over to it had eggs all over the place, multiples in cells. So we have no queen in our hive, and we have a laying worker. So we have a worker bee who realized there was no queen, and I think it's her ovaries develop, and she just starts laying, but all she's going to lay is drone brood because she's unfertilized. So I need to do some research and find out what the best thing to do is. I don't know if it's going to be enough to just introduce a queen to this colony. So we'll see what we have to do. If you have any thoughts or comments, please hit us up down below, and stay tuned. We'll see what's happening.
Be good.
Wait a minute. She's impatient.
Sorry.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. You may go now.
Oh, no. Oh, really? You sure? You sure?
You gonna say it?
No.
Be good.
Be good.
Love you.
Love you.